Hello, I'm Michael Hilt, Dean of the College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this special commencement ceremony. These extraordinary times prohibit interaction. However, I, along with the CFAM faculty, believe it is important to recognize the accomplishments of our graduates. Although this is not the traditional way we honor our students, we remain proud of you and everything you have done to reach this milestone. So what have CFAM students accomplished this year? Well, students from every major in the college won local, regional, and national awards. Art and communication students played a leading role in the presentation of the Samuel Bach Art Exhibition in the Weber Art Gallery. Music students played recitals and concerts to large crowds in the freshly renovated Strauss Performing Arts Center. Theater students performed well-received productions in our Black Box Theater. And through it all, our CFAM students maintain a high level of dedication and service that truly display what it means to be a Maverick. I hope you enjoy this very special May 2020 College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media commencement. Today, Alec Paul Johnsen, who received his Bachelor of Fine Arts in Studio Art, will speak on behalf of the students of the College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media, Class of 2020.
Hello, members of the Board of Regents, Chancellor Gold, distinguished faculty, esteemed fellow graduates, and honored family, friends, and guests. My name is Alec Paul, and I am a graduate of UNO's College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media. This is where I acquired a Bachelor of Fine Arts with a concentration in sculpture, and I am very proud to call myself a UNO graduate and a Maverick. The definition of a Maverick is an unbranded calf or yearling, or in our case, an independent, nonconformist, free-spirited, original person. I had the privilege of graduating last semester in December, and I realized the world is not nearly the same as it was 6 months ago. A lot has changed, and honestly, I don't feel like I have that much of a head start on putting my degree to use when comparing myself to those of you graduating today. Honestly, if someone had asked me 2 or 3 years ago where I would have pictured myself today, I would have replied with an extravagant explanation of how I would have had everything figured out and be on my way to becoming a famous and extremely successful artist. I pictured myself with my own large-scale private studio with assistants to help me with fulfilling my great ideas. I also pictured having a huge network of people that would have helped me gain commissions and clients and gallery representation. I also thought I would be extremely rich by now too. But to be honest, I don't have any of those things on the scale that I expected. I have made it on the news a couple of times for building a bunch of snowmen in the middle of the night, but that didn't bring me fame or what I would call success. My studio is located in the basement of my apartment complex in a storage unit the size of a closet. My girlfriend helps me with my art projects sometimes, and I compensate her with kisses and hugs. I sometimes make a small sale of my artwork at a local bar or cafe, or at least I did before the pandemic, but these sales don't pay my bills. I have friends that promote my art, but this rarely leads to enough interest for anyone to become a patron. My 15 minutes of fame on the news for my army of snowmen I built in the middle of the night doesn't merit enough of a reputation for galleries to be interested in representing my studio work. Instead of having a bunch of zeros in my bank account, I have a bunch of zeros on credit card bills and student loans. Maybe some of you have felt similar feeling of expectation. Some of us get caught up in expectation, and when things don't turn out the way we thought they would, we get this feeling of disappointment with ourselves, and maybe even disappointment from others, such as family members, friends, or even previous professors. You can see that my expectations that I had a couple of years ago with my career as an artist have not been met. This does not mean that what I do have is null and void. I still consider myself to be a very lucky person to have the things that are currently my reality. Even though it feels like my art degree is not as useful as, say, a biochemist that is working on a new vaccine, or a systems analyst that can still pull a paycheck by working from home, the reality is that my degree is useful. The things that I have learned about art during my time at UNO are unexchangeable. It's too late for me to go back and become something else. I don't mean for that to be a daunting statement, but to be a solidifying one. I must remind myself why I wanted this degree in the arts in the first place: to experience true freedom with my profession, to answer to no one, to do what I want to do, not what the world or what my boss in my day job wants me to do. Be okay with where you are now. You may see this day as the end of a long journey, but it is also the beginning of a new one. The truth is that now is the best time to have a degree in communication, fine arts, and media. Making positive things happen takes time, which we all have a lot of right now. Graduating with this degree also means taking risks and applying knowledge of the world around you, which is why we chose communication, fine arts, and media in the first place. We see things that the rest of the world does not. We have the ability to open the world's eyes to the beauty of humanity with the use of rhetoric, written words, symbolism, and sound. So I urge my fellow graduates to use the extra time on your hands now that you are done with your education to create more than you ever have. Whether you are a thespian, a playwright, a painter, a drawer, a sports writer, an animator, designer, a reporter, musician, sculptor, public relations specialist, ceramicist, or poet, your endeavors are still applicable in these trying times. The rest of the world is looking, more than ever, for something beautiful to inspire them and give them hope for humanity. And we, as accomplished scholars, have the ability to create just that. Thank you.